I'm Dr. Jane, and today we're going to talk about an intimate male habit. If you're over 60, you've probably wondered whether this practice remains healthy and beneficial as time goes by. Or perhaps in silence, you've worried about any negative impacts it might have. Don't worry, this question is very common. We're surrounded by myths and confusing information that often do more harm than good. That's why the Male Secret 60+ channel is here. Before we clear everything up, comment below and let us know which city you're watching from. And if this topic is important to you, type health in the comments. To keep receiving our science-based, no taboo analyses, click the subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss a thing. For men in their mature years, this is a prevalent topic, but one rarely discussed openly. The lack of clear data creates a lot of ambiguity. Research shows that the majority of men over 60 maintain this habit. However, many keep it to themselves, fearing consequences for their hormones, prostate, or performance in a relationship. That's why our discussion today will be transparent and science-based. I'm going to show you 10 surprising benefits of this practice, and then the 10 risks you need to know to ensure this habit is always safe. Let's start with the benefits. First, the health of your male organ. Think of it as physiotherapy for the region. When there's a firmness response, blood flow increases, nourishing the tissues. This regular activity is crucial for maintaining elasticity and good performance over the years. Second, and this is fundamental, support for your prostate health. Highly significant studies, including one from Harvard, have linked a higher frequency of release to a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer. The theory is that this process helps clear the prostate ducts, eliminating fluids that could be harmful. Let's move to the third benefit, which addresses 3 of the biggest male concerns after 60. I'm talking about strengthening the pelvic floor. With each climax, the contractions you feel are, in fact, a powerful exercise for this network of internal muscles, and a strong pelvic floor is your greatest ally for more robust performance, greater control over ejaculation, and full bladder control. In other words, this natural practice directly helps combat loss of firmness and incontinence, issues that affect so many men. The fourth benefit is one of the most powerful, especially for our mental health. Think of it as the most effective natural calming agent your own body can produce. This practice drastically reduces cortisol levels, the hormone that keeps us in a constant state of alertness and stress. Science shows that this moment of release triggers a deep relaxation response in the body. The result is straightforward: a calmer mind, natural relief from anxiety, and a positive impact on your blood pressure. It's a way to care for your heart and mind at the same time. Fifth, your brain releases a powerful happiness cocktail. During the peak of pleasure, it floods your system with 2 incredible substances: dopamine, the motivation chemical that makes you feel good, and oxytocin, the bonding hormone that promotes calmness and connection. This completely natural mix is an instant mood enhancer, generating a sense of well-being and contentment that's essential for keeping your mental health in check, naturally combating stress and anxiety. The sixth benefit is one of the most underrated, but perhaps the most important. It becomes a powerful tool for self-awareness and preventive health. By engaging in self-stimulation, you become intimately familiar with your own anatomy. And why is this vital? Because this familiarity turns the act into a regular and natural self-exam. It's one of the most effective ways for a man to detect any changes early, whether in sensitivity, texture, or appearance, that could indicate serious issues that might otherwise go completely unnoticed. The seventh point is a natural solution to a problem that worsens with age: restless nights. After the peak of the experience, the body triggers a unique hormonal response, releasing substances that calm the nervous system and lower stress levels. This creates a state of deep relaxation that's the perfect environment for falling asleep faster and, more importantly, entering a restorative sleep cycle. It's a natural way to combat insomnia and ensure you wake up more refreshed the next day. Eighth, let's talk about the health of your male command center. Many people think the benefits of circulation are limited to the main organ, but that's a mistake. The practice of self-stimulation significantly increases blood flow throughout the entire pelvic region. This means more oxygen and nutrients for your prostate, bladder, and all supporting muscles. By combating stagnation and poor circulation, you're actually nourishing and strengthening your entire pelvic health from the inside out. The ninth benefit turns this practice into powerful training for mastery and control. For men who feel the final moment comes too quickly, self-stimulation offers a safe and private environment to practice. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with techniques like the stop and start approach without any pressure. This training helps you gain more awareness of your body's responses, better interpret your own signals, and consequently, have more control. This translates directly into more confidence and satisfaction in intimate moments with a partner. And the 10th benefit is about keeping the flame of desire alive. Always remember, the command center of your intimate interest is the brain. Think of the neural connections tied to desire as a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. By combining your mind's creativity with physical stimulation, you're actively exercising and strengthening these brain pathways. This ensures your vitality and natural interest remain strong and responsive, which is especially important for men who aren't in a regular relationship. Now that we've seen the incredible benefits, it's equally important to talk about the necessary precautions for a 360-degree view. Remember, conscious practice is safe practice. So let's look at the 10 potential risks and, more importantly, how to avoid them. The first point of caution is social balance. Self-care becomes a concern when it turns into an escape from real connection with others instead of being part of a healthy, intimate life. The key is to ensure this habit complements your life, not substitutes for the richness of human interactions. The second precaution is skin health. Excessive friction, especially without proper lubrication, can cause discomfort and minor irritations in the intimate area's skin. Besides being painful, this can create an entry point for bacteria. Fortunately, this is very easy to prevent. Always use a good quality water-based lubricant and practice gentleness. Excessive force is never necessary. The third point of caution is what I call routine addiction. Our brain is a learning machine, and if you repeatedly teach it the same path to pleasure, always with the same touch, same pressure, and same rhythm, it can get used to responding only to that specific stimulus. The result? The experience with a partner may feel less intense or more challenging. The solution, fortunately, is simple. Explore your own pleasure map. Vary the techniques, speed, and types of touch. Variety is the key to keeping your brain and body always receptive to new experiences. The fourth point of caution is one of the most serious: the risk of masking a larger health issue. It can be tempting to think everything is fine if you achieve a firm response during solitary practice but struggle with a partner. Be careful. This could be a warning sign from your body about deeper issues, such as diabetes, cardiovascular problems, or hormonal imbalances. So, my most important recommendation is, if you notice this pattern, talk to your doctor. That's the most responsible step you can take. Now, speaking of these deeper causes, I understand that many want to understand the why behind these challenges. While this video gives you the what, I'd like to recommend a complimentary resource. It's a video presentation that dives into the root cause of male performance issues and discusses a natural approach to reactivating your vitality. I consider it an excellent starting point for those seeking knowledge. You can access this presentation via the QR code on the screen or the link I've pinned in the first comment. Save it to watch later. And now, let's continue with the other essential precautions. Sixth, let's talk about emotional health. Be careful that this practice doesn't become your only coping mechanism. If your first reaction to stress, frustration, or even boredom is to seek solitary pleasure, you may be developing an escape habit instead of processing your emotions. An emotionally healthy life depends on having multiple strategies. So, make sure to include other activities in your daily routine to deal with challenges, like exercising, dedicating time to the silence of meditation, or nurturing your social connections. The seventh point of caution is the heavy baggage of guilt and shame. Many of us grew up in an era with strong cultural and religious taboos around this topic. These ideas were often so ingrained that even today, they can generate feelings of remorse after an act that is completely natural. If you notice this guilt continues to bother you, know that it's possible to reframe it. Talking to a therapist or counselor with a modern, positive approach to intimate health can be a liberating step to leave this baggage behind and live more lightly. The eighth point of caution is about finding the right balance, avoiding what's called pelvic congestion. While regular practice is beneficial, excessive frequency, meaning multiple times a day over a prolonged period, can occasionally lead to a feeling of heaviness or discomfort in the intimate area. Just as we saw that too little frequency can be a risk, excess can be too. The golden rule here is moderation. The answer isn't in a fixed number, but in learning to listen to your body's signals. It's your best guide. Ninth, a precaution that applies in a very specific context, seminal quality. And here, context is everything. This point is only relevant if conception is a current goal for you and your partner. Daily practice can temporarily reduce sperm count. But let me reassure you, this has no negative impact on your long-term fertility. For those seeking conception, studies suggest the sweet spot for seminal quality is after a period of abstinence of 2 to 5 days. Finally, the 10th precaution is about staying grounded in reality. Excessive consumption of pornography can, over time, distort your expectations about intimacy and make connecting with a real partner more challenging. The key is not to rely solely on external visual stimuli. The real secret lies in balancing this with the power of your own creativity, imagination, and memories of real experiences. So, what's the conclusion? Masturbation after 60 doesn't come with a good or bad label. Think of it as a powerful tool at your disposal. The effect it will have on your life depends on how you handle it. The decisive factor is always awareness. Practiced consciously, with moderation and respect for your body, it becomes a potent ally for your health and vitality. I sincerely hope this conversation has been enlightening and helpful for you. Now, the most important part, I want to hear your opinion. Of everything we discussed today, what surprised you the most or made you think differently? Share your main takeaway in the comments below. Let's keep this important conversation going together. If this content added value for you, please leave a like and subscribe to the Male Secret 60+ channel for more honest discussions about male health. And to not miss our next video, click the bell and turn on all notifications. A big hug, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.